I chose to attend Azusa Pacific University for several reasons. First of all, APU is close to home. I grew up in Azusa, and choosing APU would allow me to stay close to home, especially when I knew that I would be unable to work during my student teaching assignments. Second, APU was recommended to me by several people, including one of my former teachers. Third, I wanted to go to a Christian school where I could fellowship with other Christians and be in a place that would nurture my spiritual growth. Lastly, I found out that APU had a unique professional development program for teacher education where the students spent an entire year in an elementary school mentored by master teachers. I had never heard of this type of program before, and while I knew that it would be hard, I couldn't pass up such an amazing opportunity. I was originally admitted to the Master of Arts in Education program with a teaching emphasis. While finishing up my credential courses, I heard about the digital teaching and learning emphasis. I have always been interested in technology, so it made sense to combine my teaching career with my technology interests. As a result, I quickly made a program change to digital teaching and learning. I am so proud of all that I have learned in this program. At the beginning of the program, I believed myself to be pretty tech-savvy. I got along well with basic programs such as Microsoft Word and Excel, but little did I know that there was so much more technology to be learned. In EDUC 512 Instructional Applications Productivity Software, I learned how to create graphs in Excel, use mail merge and tabs in Word, and create forms in Adobe Acrobat. Since completing EDUC 514 Digital Video in the Classroom and EDUC 515 Evolving Educational Technologies, I can now create videos using a PC or a Mac computer. I learned about many different video and audio editing programs such as iMovie, Windows Movie Maker, GarageBand, and Audacity. Because of this knowledge, I was able to create some awesome videos of my own. In EDUC 522 Learning in the 21st Century, I learned about multiple intelligences and how educators can use these intelligences to engage students and enhance learning. There is so much that I have learned from being in this program, and I know that technology is constantly changing. However, what I have learned has given me the confidence to try new things and be a lifelong learner. For my action research project, I chose to exercise. I've always wanted to run in a race, so why don't I just grab my athletic shoes and run in the next available race, you say? Well, the problem is I don't really enjoy running. I know. Why would I want to run in a race if I don't like to run? The truth is, I have always admired those who work hard to complete a race. They train hard, run hard, and cross the finish line. What a sense of accomplishment! I want to be able to say that I did not give up, I ran the race, I crossed the finish line, I reached my goal. Because of this ambition, I decided to set a small, achievable goal. My action research project goal was to be able to jog 1 mile without stopping. I came up with a plan on how I could get motivated to exercise. First, I signed up to participate in the Color Run on February 2nd of 2013. The Color Run is a casual 3-mile walk or run for people of every athletic level. The best part of the race is the color. Each runner starts the race with a white t-shirt, and in each kilometer there are color zones where staff and volunteers throw colored cornstarch at the runners. So by the end of the race, each runner is covered in a kaleidoscope of colors. Even if I don't run the entire race, I think it would be so much fun to get covered in color. Second, I made sure to have my iPod ready for use with fun and energetic songs to pump me up for running. Finally, my main tool for motivation was my husband. His job was to keep me accountable and help motivate me to exercise by working out with me. Since my husband is my main motivator, I decided to focus my action research question around him. My research question was, will having my husband work out with me and keep me accountable motivate me in exercise training so that I can jog a mile without stopping? In addition to my motivational tools, I looked up various training programs on the internet. My chosen exercise plan was a 6-week training program. This program involved a mixture of walking and jogging 3 times per week for 6 weeks. Here is a view of my training schedule. My first task was to collect baseline data to see where I was for a starting point. I was able to jog for a total of 8 minutes and 35 seconds and walked for a total of 7 minutes to equal a total of 15 minutes and 35 seconds to complete 1 mile. This graph shows my training results. For example, in my first week of training, I walked for a total of 15 minutes and jogged for a total of 5 minutes. During my 6th and final week of training, I walked for a total of 11 minutes and jogged for a total of 13 minutes. So did I reach my goal of jogging 1 mile without stopping? Not quite, but almost there. To be honest, I wasn't sure how far I would be able to get in training. Luckily, I was pleasantly surprised. Though it has been a difficult road to follow, I completed my journey. I actually found that having a strict training schedule really helped me. I like structures and rules, so having a set exercise schedule was very beneficial to me. I hate exercising without a game plan, but with this training program, I knew exactly what I was supposed to do. My husband was a great motivator as well. He not only ran with me as often as he could, but he also rewarded my hard work with celebration dinners and back massages. He has even agreed to join me on the color run. After completing the training program, I've concluded that I still need a little more time to complete my goal. The training program was great, but 6 weeks was a little short for me. I think that an 8-week schedule might suit my needs better. Other than that, I really liked the training program. I actually started to like jogging. I think that I will definitely continue to train until I reach my goal. I may even start a new program to get me jogging 2 or 3 miles. My curricular portfolio unit is a life science unit for kindergarten. It's designed to teach students about plants and animals using the California State Standards and the ISTE technology standards. The unit plan is 3 weeks long and incorporates educational tools such as Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences and Bloom's taxonomy. I chose this topic because I have been volunteering in a kindergarten classroom and I wanted to create something that would be applicable to my students. I also chose this topic because I have always liked science, so I thought it would be a fun topic. Here are the goals of the unit. Students will learn about the needs of plants and animals, the parts of plants and animals, how animals move, how plants and animals change as they grow, how plants are the same and different, and where food comes from. In week 1, the students will observe behaviors of a cricket, create clay models of animals, mimic animal movements, compare and contrast pictures of baby and adult animals. In week 2, students will draw a picture of an animal habitat and the animals that live in it, conduct an experiment with plants and observe results, observe a live plant with a hand lens, and study a skeleton of a leaf. In week 3, students will grow their own plants from seeds, compare and contrast different leaves, make bracelets from dyed yarn, and identify food that comes from a plant or animal. As you can see, I have incorporated lots of activities for the students. I have also incorporated many different technologies into the lessons, such as digital cameras, video recorders, iPads, a document camera, and computers. I have found some great videos and games as well on brainpop.com to entertain as well as educate. One example of a student assessment will be after the students have learned about how animals move. Students will make a booklet where they will glue animal cutouts to the correct category page. The categories are animals that walk and run, animals that swim, animals that hop, and animals that fly. Students must follow directions for coloring and cutting, classify the animals appropriately and explain why the animals belong in said category, and name each animal body part and their function. I have been very blessed to have been in the digital teaching and learning program. I plan to continue learning more about technology and I hope to use what I have learned in my own classroom someday.